Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, wait a second, did I sleep or just lie still for 7 hours? Your legs feel like noodles, your back stiff like an old screen door, and just getting out of bed takes more effort than it used to. Sound familiar? You're not imagining it, and you're definitely not alone. After 60, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. But here's the part most people don't know. Muscle loss isn't inevitable, and it's not irreversible either. Your body still knows how to repair and rebuild, especially while you sleep. The key is giving it the right support before your head hits the pillow. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 simple bedtime foods that quietly work overnight to help restore strength, ease stiffness, and make mornings feel a little less creaky. No gimmicks, no supplements, just real food, smart timing, and gentle science that your muscles will thank you for. Stick with me to the end. I'll share the one nighttime snack I never skip myself. Oh, and before we get rolling, let me know in the comments. Where are you watching from tonight? Pajamas already on? Bonus points if yes. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's make bedtime stronger together. Let's start small, literally. You probably wouldn't think something as tiny as a pumpkin seed could help you sleep better and wake up with legs that feel more rested and ready to move. But these little guys are more powerful than they look. And the best part? Most people already have them hiding somewhere in the pantry. Now, when folks think about fixing sleep or easing leg cramps, pumpkin seeds probably aren't the first thing that comes to mind. Maybe you've tried tea, a hot bath, or even something from the medicine cabinet. But what we eat before bed doesn't just fill the stomach. It sets the stage for how our muscles, nerves, and brain behave all night long. Pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, are packed with magnesium. That's a mineral your muscles need to fully relax. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with one of those intense calf cramps, the kind that launches you out of bed like you just heard a fire alarm, magnesium might be the missing piece. And trust me, those cramps aren't just a nuisance. They're often a quiet signal that your body needs more support. But what makes pumpkin seeds extra special is the tryptophan. That's an amino acid your body turns into serotonin and then into melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. So in one small handful, you're getting both a natural muscle relaxer and a gentle sleep trigger. It's like a bedtime tag team. Here's where a lot of people go wrong, though. They'll grab a handful of seeds before bed and wonder why they're still tossing and turning. The truth is, tryptophan works best when it's paired with a little healthy carbohydrate, like a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt or even a few slices of banana. That combo helps your body actually absorb the tryptophan and use it the way it's supposed to. No science degree needed, just a little snack pairing wisdom. So here's the move. About 45 minutes to an hour before bed, grab a tablespoon of unsalted pumpkin seeds. Pair it with a little yogurt or fruit, and that's it. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive. Just a simple snack that supports your sleep, your nerves, and your muscles while you rest. One of my clients, Nancy, she's 73, retired librarian, and proud cat mom, used to call her leg cramps the midnight tango. Her calves would seize up so badly, she had to walk circles around the kitchen just to settle them down. She started this tiny routine, just seeds and a little yogurt, and within a week, she told me she finally slept through the night. She said, the only dancing I'm doing now is with my grandkids. And that's what I love, simple changes that help people get back to the life they love. Now a quick heads up, always choose unsalted pumpkin seeds, especially if you're watching your blood pressure. They're nutrient dense, so you don't need a lot. 1 tablespoon is enough, and if chewing seeds is tricky for you, you can soak them for a few minutes or stir them right into your yogurt to soften them up. With many years of experience working with older adults, it's not always the big dramatic changes that rebuild your strength. Most of the time, it's the quiet, consistent ones, like a spoonful of seeds before bed, that do the heavy lifting even while you sleep. So next time someone offers you a late-night snack, skip the chips. Just smile and say, no thanks, I've got something better. These little guys are helping me sleep like a teenager and wake up with legs that feel more rested and ready to move. All right, let's talk about a fruit that's fuzzy on the outside, but secretly a superhero on the inside, the humble kiwi. You've probably had it in a fruit salad, maybe on top of yogurt, or just sliced it up and thought, well, that looks healthy. But here's what most people don't realize. Kiwi isn't just a refreshing daytime snack. It could be one of your best allies for better sleep and smoother mornings, especially if you're over 60. Now, when we talk about sleep support, most people think of melatonin in pill form, but kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep cycle. That means this fruit works with your body, gently easing your mind into rest without the side effects of a sleeping pill. Studies have found that people who eat kiwi before bed fall asleep faster, sleep longer, and feel more refreshed in the morning. In one study, participants who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed saw significant improvements in sleep quality in just 4 weeks. That's pretty impressive for a fuzzy little fruit you can hold in your palm. But there's more to kiwi than melatonin. It's also packed with vitamin C and vitamin E, both of which help fight inflammation and oxidative stress. Two sneaky culprits behind that tight, tired feeling in your muscles when you wake up. If you've ever swung your legs over the side of the bed in the morning and thought, why do I feel like I climbed a mountain in my sleep? Well, kiwi might help with that too. Here's something a lot of folks get wrong. They either eat the skin and get turned off, or they skip the fruit altogether. If you enjoy the skin, go for it. Just give it a good wash. But most folks peel it, especially if the texture's not your thing. And for older adults, especially anyone with dental sensitivity or digestive issues, peeling is often the better choice. You want to eat 1 to 2 ripe kiwis about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Not with a big meal, not right after dessert, just a simple evening ritual. Maybe while reading or winding down. And if you deal with acid reflux, pair your kiwi with a few almonds or a spoonful of almond butter. It helps buffer the acidity and keeps everything gentle on your stomach. And here's the bonus. Kiwi has a low glycemic index, which means it won't spike your blood sugar. So even if you're managing diabetes or watching your numbers, kiwi's still a safe, sweet option. One of my clients, Elaine, she's 69 and swears by her 8 p.m. Green gold. Told me she didn't even realize how poorly she'd been sleeping until she started sleeping well. Her words, not mine. I used to wake up twice a night just to roll over. Now I wake up once when it's time to get up. That's the power of something small, done consistently. So next time you're staring into the fridge at 9 p.m., debating between crackers or nothing at all, try a kiwi. It's a tiny act of kindness for your body, and your future self will thank you in the morning. And if you're still here with us, thank you. That already means you care about your health. If this video has helped you in any way so far, just drop a number 1 in the comments below. That's our little way of knowing you're still with us and that we're walking this journey together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and the little bell icon. That way, you won't miss the next simple habit or small tip that could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more free day by day. All right, let's crack into something that might surprise you. Eggs. Yes, eggs. At night. I know. We've all been told that eggs are a breakfast food, but what if I told you they might actually work better for you in the evening, especially if you're over 60 and trying to stay strong? Here's the deal. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of protein out there. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, and most importantly, they're rich in leucine. That's the amino acid your muscles need to trigger repair and growth. Think of leucine as the on switch for muscle building. And the thing is, as we get older, that switch gets a little harder to flip. Your body becomes less responsive to smaller amounts of protein, which means you may need a little more, or the right kind, to get the same benefit you did 30 years ago. Now here's where most people miss the mark. They'll eat a small dinner, maybe a salad or some toast, thinking it's better to keep things light. But without enough high-quality protein, your body doesn't have the raw materials it needs to repair and rebuild while you sleep. And yes, your body actually builds muscle overnight, but only if it has the right tools. One egg gives you about 6 grams of protein and a helpful dose of leucine. But here's what research shows. For folks over 60, 2 eggs is really the sweet spot. That's what helps you reach the leucine threshold, which is the amount your body needs to say, all right, let's get to work. So here's what I suggest. About 45 to 60 minutes before bedtime, enjoy 2 soft-boiled or poached eggs, cooked gently in a little olive oil. No need for a heavy meal, just something light, warm, and nourishing. It's easy on the stomach, but big on recovery. Now I know what some of you are probably thinking. What about cholesterol? Great question. The good news is, for most people, eating eggs, even daily, doesn't increase heart disease risk. In fact, recent studies suggest eggs can actually raise your good cholesterol, HDL. The key is to keep things balanced. Skip the butter and bacon and pair your eggs with steamed greens, roasted veggies, or a slice of whole grain toast for a heart-smart plate. One client of mine, her name's Barbara, she's 71 and sharp as a tack, used to say her legs felt like jelly in the mornings. We added 2 poached eggs to her nighttime routine, just 2 eggs. Within 3 weeks, she said, I'm not just getting up, I'm moving. Her balance improved, and she even started taking the stairs again. That's the kind of difference a small habit can make. Quick tip from me, if soft-boiled isn't your style, scrambled works too. Just go easy on the salt and don't overcook them. Keep the texture soft and the flavor clean. And if someone gives you a funny look for eating eggs at night, tell them, I used to think it was odd too, until I started climbing stairs without holding the railing. The truth is, if something helps you sleep better, move easier, and wake up steadier, that's a habit worth cracking into. Now, speaking of steady overnight support, the final bedtime food on our list isn't a seed or a fruit. It's creamy, it's slow digesting, and it might just be the secret to keeping your strength while you sleep. Let's talk about cottage cheese. Now I know what you're thinking. Cottage cheese? Really? That stuff my grandmother used to eat with canned peaches? But listen, it may not win any awards for glamour, but when it comes to rebuilding strength while you sleep, nothing really compares. Here's why. Cottage cheese is loaded with something called casein. That's a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids over several hours. Think of it like a steady drip of nutrients feeding your muscles while you rest. Most proteins, like the kind in chicken or fish, get digested in just a couple of hours. But casein, it hangs around, quietly supporting your body all night long. And that matters, because during deep sleep, your body goes into repair mode. This is when it rebuilds muscle tissue, balances hormones, and helps your body bounce back from the wear and tear of daily life. But if there's not enough protein in your system, your body might actually break down existing muscle just to get the fuel it needs. That's the last thing we want, especially as we get older and naturally lose muscle mass. So instead of waking up stiff and creaky, you wake up feeling, well, more supported. Here's how to make it work. I recommend 1/2 cup of low-fat, low-sodium cottage cheese, eaten 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Keep it plain or add a little flavor. Maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon, a few blueberries, or even a slice of that kiwi we talked about earlier. And for those of you thinking, but I'm sensitive to dairy, you're not alone. Lactose-free cottage cheese is a great option, and many people find it easier on the stomach than milk or cream. Just start with a few spoonfuls and see how you feel. One of my longtime clients, Martha, she's 76, lives on her own, and still does her morning walk every day, used to tell me, I feel like my joints are rusted shut when I get out of bed. We added cottage cheese to her nighttime routine. Within a few weeks, she said, it's like my body finally got the memo. I wake up feeling like someone greased my joints overnight. And no, cottage cheese isn't winning any taste contests anytime soon. But here's how I think of it. This isn't about craving, it's about care. It's not dessert. It's a gift you give your body while you rest. A quiet tool that tells your muscles, you've done your job today, let's rebuild tonight. Now let's talk about one mistake I see all the time. Folks pile it with fruit syrup or grab a version that's loaded with sodium. Not the move. You want to keep it simple. Low fat, low sodium, ideally with no added sugar. Keep your blood pressure and blood sugar happy and let the protein do its work. One little tip from my own experience working with older adults, pairing cottage cheese with just a spoonful of ground flaxseed can add fiber and omega-3s without changing the flavor much. Just stir it in and enjoy it as a light bedtime ritual. So tonight, before you switch off the light, grab a spoon and give your muscles a goodnight hug. Cottage cheese may not be glamorous, but it's steady, it's supportive, and it gets the job done while you sleep. Because sometimes the strongest things are the quietest. So let's take a moment to look back. We didn't talk about trendy superfoods or overnight miracles. We talked about real foods, pumpkin seeds, kiwi, eggs, and cottage cheese. Simple, affordable, and powerful when you give your body what it's quietly asking for. Now you might be wondering, wait, do I have to eat all four of these every night? The answer is absolutely not. This isn't a prescription, it's a toolbox. You don't have to use every tool at once. Just pick the one that fits your evening, your taste, and your routine. One night, it might be a kiwi. Another night, a soft-boiled egg. Some nights, just a spoonful of cottage cheese might be all your body needs. The real power comes from consistency, not complexity. Try what feels right, start small, and let your body and your mornings be your guide. Whether it's calming your muscles, sleeping more deeply, or simply waking up feeling steadier, every bite is a quiet investment in your strength. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which bedtime food are you most curious to try first? Or maybe you already have a nighttime ritual that helps you feel better in the morning? Share it in the comments. Your story might just inspire someone else watching today. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Elderly Strength, and ring the bell so you never miss a simple tip to help you age stronger. Until next time, sleep well, eat kindly, and wake up proud of the small steps you took. You've earned it.